Alright, back again. I want to make sure I put my my gloves on for handling any meat, keep the cross-contamination down to a minimum. But again, here's the brisket that we're going to be smoking overnight. And let me talk a little bit about this brisket. It's got a lot of fat. You got the point on this side, which is your fatter, meatier part. And then you got the flat, which is a little bit more leaner, less fat on this side. What we want to do is cut this fat down, probably leave maybe 1/4 of an inch of fat on it, because the fat does add to the flavor. But let's take a look. If we flip this thing over, we notice that on this side, this is what they call the decal, and it's actually what separates the point and the flat. And this fat right here, it's no good for anything. It's probably not even good for the cow, but it won't render into anything tasteful. So this will be probably one of the first things that I would cut out of here. Over here you got another piece of fat as well. That will probably come out as well. And looking at it, no, this side's not too bad. Maybe a little bit right here, taking this out of here, because when you go to touch it, it's very hard. That's what you gotta want to take out of it when you're doing your trimming. Okay, so I'll cut the video right now and I'll do all the trimming, and then we'll start back up. Here's the brisket. You can see already the outline between the flat and the point over here on this side, and we can see that if we continue cutting on the inside, we get this nice little V right here, and that's kind of why they call it the point, because this is where the point between this portion of the muscle and this other portion come together. But it's a nice piece of meat. We're going to smoke it. I'm going to throw all that away, and then the next clip I'm going to show you guys how to season this thing. Okay. Now, well, the only thing that's left to do now is just to maybe put some seasoning on it, and we're just going to use just simple seasonings, some black pepper, some kosher salt, maybe a little bit of chili, some onion powder and garlic powder, and that's it. That's just the simplicity of this rub that we're going to put on it, and that should give us a nice coat, and we should be able to taste the brisket. Sometimes you put too much seasoning on it and you can't taste the meat any longer. So we'll just keep it nice and simple with what we got, and sprinkle some of this, and we'll make sure we get these edges. The edges are just as important as any other part of the meat. That's going to give us a nice coating for the bark. And once we get this sucker covered up with the seasoning, we're just going to let it rest until it's time to cook it tonight. So, hope you guys like my video so far. I just want to throw a little shout out to some of the people that I've been following on YouTube. By no means am I an expert when it comes to smoking brisket. There's a lot of people out there that do know how to smoke brisket professionally and competitively. You got people like Aaron Franklin over in Austin, Texas. People like T-Roy Cooks, and even Malcolm Reed that does his barbecue channel. These guys are experts when it comes to cooking any kind of food. So hope you guys like it. When we're done here, I'll show you the final product before we throw it into the smoker tonight, and call it good. Hope you like. Thanks. Hey there, YouTubers. J.P.BBQ in here again. This brisket is about ready to be thrown on the smoker. Took it out of the refrigerator, let it sit out for about 30 minutes, to get close to room temperature, and I'm going to put the meat probe in it now and stick it in the smoker and watch it till the morning. Okay, check this out. That is one nice looking brisket. Let me get it flipped over for you guys, and we're gonna put this meat probe. Now this is just about the perfect size brisket. You know, not real big, not real small, just right in the middle. So we're gonna take this meat probe, you know, and just maybe right around here, and we just put that sucker right there where the fattest part of the brisket is. And I got another meat probe outside that I'll be using as well, but this will give us 2 meat probes, and we're gonna smoke it till it gets to about 165, and then we're gonna wrap it, do what they call a Texas crunch, and bring it up to 195. Once it reaches 195, it's good to go. Morning, guys. J.P.BBQ in here. Just want to give you an update on what this brisket looks like. It's been smoking for a long time now. It's been smoking probably for a good 8 hours, and it looks really good. Let me show you what we got. Okay. Now, this is the color that we're trying to achieve. This is a nice dark color. The bark is crusted really nice, and now all we're gonna do now is just wrap it up and put it back in the smoker and let it finish cooking off. It did reach a temperature of about 170, 175, and that should be fine. Let me go ahead and sign off so I can wrap this up so we don't lose any more moisture.
Baby, look at the
barbecue sauce is right there. Where? These are some nice good pieces.
Look at that. Ooh, nice and warm.
Not here. Oh shit. Noise happens.
Get you some coleslaw.
Quality. Ooh, look at how it just comes
Oh, we're
off.
cutting into the juice.
Self-serve from the man himself. Ooh. Money. Take a look at that.
I think we're into the homemade. Try it. It's a little thick. We didn't do the test on it. Let's do a test. See how it holds up. You know, is it pulling with poise?
Oh, it's pulling with poise, Juan. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Sonny's going out of business right here. Right there, Sonny's.
How is it, guys? It's good? It's way better than Sonny's?
The man himself.
Alright.
Sunny sauce is pretty bomb, bro. Yeah.
I just got to get a close-up on them juices coming out, Juan, man. You know I got to get that close-up.
Is the barbecue sauce good? Oh, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna try this little piece here on the end.
Okay.
Let's see what.
Oh, yes. What we thinking, Juan?
It's good.
That's good. That is some good brisket, baby. That's what I like to see. Ooh. Get a little close by the meat before we close it out. Ooh. That's amazing.
Good. Just fed about 13, 14 people with this brisket.
Yes, sir. And we are what? Out.